trying to find my own voice on the guitar, and obviously with so many much better and more experienced players out there than me, you know, I've been sort of just slowly finding a way to develop my own thing. And recently when I discovered the baritone, the slide, the sort of swampy blues that I really, really love, I thought to myself, you know, I'm just going to go down this rabbit hole completely. So the other day you saw me converting this gold top with P90s here, using baritone strings, and this time I've done it with a different guitar. So now I've got this Les Paul, this R9 that I've had for a few years, and it's not my #1 Les Paul, so I thought, why don't I try something different with it? Now this is the one I bought that was never quite balanced. It was a bit too trebly in the top end and it was just a bit muffled. So I had Stuart at Sun Bear Pickups make some custom pickups to try and help that out, and it's definitely helped to stop the top end from being so shrill. There's a lot more sort of that Telecaster on steroids sort of sound. The bottom end is much better than it was. It's still a little bit muffled, so that's something I'm going to have to work on, and I've been chatting with him to do something else even. But I've put the same baritone strings on here and it's an absolute joy. Humbuckers are, well, I can't say they're my favourite pickup because at different stages I love different things, but I do love playing with humbuckers. I love the way they feel to play. I wanted to have a slide guitar with humbuckers, and I think this sounds massive. One of the great things about using humbuckers over the other sorts of pickups is, for slide especially, is that they already have a natural level of compression. So normally I use this compressor, this slide rig, but for this one I didn't have to. So what the sound is today is coming from the Dominion fuzz, the Jan Ray and the Analog Man delay through the TS1, which is just, more and more I play it, the more I think this is really, you know, the best amp I've ever played. It holds together so well. It doesn't get wallowy. The notes sort of bloom, but it's not soft. It's just great. This video is really just me sort of talking about this rig that I'm just getting deeper and deeper into. Whether I'm playing the one with P90s or this one, or if you saw the last video I did, at the end of that I showed you that I had put baritone strings on this HSS Strat as well, which I'll do a separate video about. But let's hear a bit more of this first. So one thing I've wondered, and I've had a few people ask me this question as well in the comments, you know, how does a guitar like this fit into the mix? And up until now, I haven't actually played any of these guitars really with a backing track, so I thought I'd give it a go. Now, I have to warn you that I just had quite a lot of coffee before this, and it's my first time ever playing slide to a backing track, so I was a little bit excited, and I think my vibrato got a bit out of hand. Overall, I'm happy with the way it sounds. It was great to play. This guitar was, you know, it allowed me to play the way I wanted. I didn't include any parts with lower notes because, as you might expect, it's a little bit it clashes a little bit with the bass and with the drums. And I think to create original music with this sort of guitar, this sort of sound, is totally possible. To play it in a setting where a normal guitar is expected maybe wouldn't always work. So that's something I'm going to work on, you know, and try and come up with a way of doing that myself. But yeah, let's hear what that sounds like. So I'm definitely going to be keeping these strings on this guitar and just keeping it that way with low tuning. I really enjoy playing with it. It's really comfortable for me to play with the slide. And with the Joey Landreth amp coming later this year, you know, it makes sense for me to have a few guitars tuned low or to open tunings. You know, that amp has been designed for him that plays like that. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but he has a Sorokin gold top, which has had P90s, and he's had a second one made that has humbuckers in. So that's been really interesting for me to see, and I enjoy P90s and humbuckers both for slide and with lower tunings. But I can see, and Stuart at Sunbear was having a look at the clip as well, that he's probably not using a traditional path in that humbucker guitar. There's so much clarity and no wallowiness or anything. So I love this bridge pickup in here for exactly what I've been doing today, but maybe going forward we'll have to replace this neck pickup for something that's going to just be a little bit less muddy or wallowy and really pick up on the sort of tones that I want. So that's what I'll probably do to this guitar over the next few months. The other thing is, as you might expect, well, if you're one of the few people watching this, I've seen my viewer numbers drop a lot over the last 10 days or so since I started doing a lot of content about slide and baritone and things. And obviously that's no fun for a creator. So I would say is I have to be honest to myself. Like, I want to create content about the thing I'm most passionate and interested in at that moment in time, which just happens right now to be, you know, about playing slide and about playing with baritone strings or with the baritone guitar itself. And it doesn't appeal to everyone. Now, I still have an ambition to grow my channel. And actually, if you hadn't spotted it, you've got a few days left to enter my giveaway for this white protein pedal. You have to subscribe and comment, just comment on this video, and I'll send it anywhere in the world. One thing, I've extended the competition for another week to let people change their settings. For me to see that you're a subscriber, you need to subscribe publicly. So go into your YouTube settings, then the privacy section, and then turn off the thing that makes your subscriptions private if you want to enter the competition. And you can always just turn that back on as soon as I've announced the winner. So I'm still going to be doing some content around general guitar stuff that's not just about baritone or slide. At the same time, you know, if I'm in the future, if this is what I'm going to be playing the most, I maybe have to create some sort of new audience for that. But I hope you stick with me if you've been around. And I'm going to be doing a series of videos on the TS1. I'm going to be comparing it to the classic Reverb. And I'm also going to be doing a sort of, you know, a full-length review and also separate videos, each with different types of guitars and pedals. Get loads more content about the TS1 up onto YouTube. I love that amp. But as I said, I'm excited. I'm going to be getting the 2-Rock Joey Landreth later in the year, so I can't wait to pair the two up and see how that sounds. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my little chat about this guitar. I'll be doing something similar with the Paul Waller Masterbuilt over there. Why not? Get some tones out there and sort of show you how I'm doing that. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one. Let me know in the comments if you would find a beginner slide lesson, just a short one, to be of interest. And I'm just waiting for a couple more slides to arrive, and then I'll have the whole collection of the rock slides. So I'm going to be comparing glass to brass to nickel to different sizes and thicknesses, and seeing what the sound difference is. So if you want to see that, then follow along. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.